Hello everyone, and welcome back to our Unholy Horde playthrough on the channel. And in the last episode, well, we kind of ran out of food. We were dealing with the bandit situation that we had, and we ended up running completely out of food. So, this was kind of my fault. I basically forgot that our previous trade route for rye had fallen through, and we actually needed to create a new one. So that is entirely on me. It's just having not been playing this series due to being sick and everything, kind of screwed that up a little bit. Now, why am I back here at the trader? Well, for one thing, we basically need to look at whether or not we're going to buy more food here. Unfortunately, rye is not at a good price because it has a price increase, and same with hops. Now, we could buy a little bit of flour, but actually the main reason that I came here is because Canute is really, really depressed, and part of that is because he has no rings. I think they got stolen from him at some point. We're just going to go ahead and buy 5 of those. And at the same time, we need to go to our production. We're going to drop down the amount of coal that we're producing because we only really need enough coal to produce all the steel that we need. And as you can see, we're basically at the amount of steel that we need anyways. And this will supply us for about like 50 more weapons. And what I want to do is I want to try to increase the amount of wood that we have so that we can start to create walls. This will help us if we do end up getting attacked. It should make it a lot more difficult for them to burn our city. I'm actually not entirely sure how attacks work when you have walls. I'm kind of curious to see if you can kind of funnel them in or anything like that. I'm not too sure if that's how it works. I imagine that the developers would have, just being how they are, probably would have made sure that it's not just easy to just do a death funnel of sorts, but we will just have to see. Now, finally, we are going to be spending most of this episode just attacking all of these forest bandits that are around. We're probably going to skip this one for the moment and see if it accrues a few more soldiers. But this one has 8, this one has 5. Unfortunately, it appears that this kingdom, somehow it looks like it got bigger, but it's cut off from Norwich now. I'm not really sure exactly how that happened. So we do only have, it looks like, these 2 camps for the moment that we can actually take care of, but that's okay. And otherwise, we are just basically going to wait while we try to accrue more rye, and in doing so, we can create a little bit more flour finally. And we are also going to finish this hop field and beer research so that we can start creating our own beer so we don't have to keep buying that either. But otherwise, yeah, we've got enough hops. We may need to start another trade route soon. I actually probably should have checked if the trader had paper, but we'll just take care of that tomorrow so we can stack up enough paper for another trade route. And otherwise, what we may do is once we have maybe 20 axes or maybe even 15 axes and 15 swords, we'll increase this amount as necessary so that we keep the axes and sword amounts roughly even. But once we have the 15 or so axes and swords, we may go back to spears just to create a little bit more spears so that we can sell them. But we'll just have to see. Alright, and it looks like Canute and Emma just got into a fight with another cutthroat. This is becoming a problem. As you can see, we have a lot of crime. And we don't have the scaffolding book yet, so there's not a lot we can do except for hoping our patrols can continue to deal with this. Luckily, it's mostly vagabonds, and then a cutthroat comes out of nowhere, and they tend to get into a fight pretty quickly and get killed, but it is something that we're going to need to think about. Alright, now Canute's mood is a lot better now. He's going to eat right now. I'm actually going to stop him, and we're going to go and reward Zivka. Of course, this is probably going to make him a little bit depressed again, because we are giving up the little bit of rings that we have, but the thing is that we did finish that desire, at least. So he shouldn't be too bad off. We'll see, though. Looks like he's going to at least be around 60. That's fine. And we're going to go ahead and get started on these bandit camps. So the first one, we're going to go after this one before it gets too big for us to be able to deal with. And we'll send Canute and we'll send Zivka, but we're going to, of course, leave Emma behind. And that gives us 10 warriors. This should be fine. We have a nice amount of axes. And we're going to send mostly maces other than the axes because we want a chance of getting some prisoners. And I don't really want, I don't even know if I want to send all these axes. Maybe 5. 5 and 5, so that there is a pretty decent chance that we should get some prisoners that we could use for labor or just sell them. Now, on another note, I don't really like that there's so much flavorful ale being kept at the tavern. So what we're going to do, I shouldn't have put this at max. I should just put it, we'll put it at about half of the village, so, or half of the amount of peasants, so that at least half of everybody should be mostly decent mood. I mean, the mood is already pretty good, actually. But this should make things a little bit better, so that we're still dealing with fatigue without, you know, having all of our flavorful ale in the taverns at all times, because we want to be able to sell some of it still. Okay, now we are on our way with Canute, but we're going to go ahead and hire this guy, and it looks like we have a couple of low skill cadens that we can hire. I'm not going to hire this guy because we are already getting pretty high on the taxes, and I still want to be able to make use of the trader until we can at least get another trade route for flavorful ale. But we're also going to need to start stacking up paper as well, so that we're able to actually do these trade routes. Okay, and actually some very, very good news. So it looks like Norwich wants to start an alliance with us. And this would put us under their leadership, of course, yeah, I mean, that's fair. They're a little bit stronger than us. I think that, you know, it's not enough stronger than us, but the reason they want this alliance is probably to stop them from getting invaded again by these guys, who seem to be having some internal struggles over there. And this would also give us a border with these guys again, so hopefully we'd be able to attack this bandit camp. So we are going to actually do this. What we're going to do first, though, is deal with this conflict between neighbors. So there's Teleron from Norwich, or Venice, Svedadar. So Venice is these guys, I think, or these guys, one of these two. And they already hate us, so I would prefer to have very good relations here with Norwich. So we're going to go ahead and send Emma to do that, and as soon as that gets done, we'll go ahead and join their alliance. Now we have to deal with our king's ambitions again, and we will go ahead. Can we do fertile again? We can't, so I guess we'll just probably do economic, because we're not going to be conquering just yet. We have a long way to go for that one to be successful. As you can see, London actually has city walls. I think they already had these in the last episode, but it looks like they are the only ones that actually have it, which is kind of interesting. And it looks like we could actually save Canterbury. Should we actually... Is this from this camp of forest bandits? I think it might be. Let's go ahead and, oh, it has to be on its way to attack our city. Okay, well, I guess we just are going to attack this camp then. Let's go ahead and go in. So this is kind of unfortunate. This drops the amount of money that we're going to make substantially. But maybe we'll at least take these two prisoner. They should surrender pretty easily, I would think. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, yep, that one's dead. Yeah, they both died. That's unfortunate. So we can't even attack that group. I don't even know what happened to them. They're not even on the map anymore. Huh. Maybe they already attacked Canterbury and just died. I'm not totally sure there. But we'll have to attack this one now, and hopefully we get a little bit luckier on the amounts that we actually can make from this. Okay, so we've completed this conflict between neighbors, and now they are a lot happier with us. We'll go ahead and immediately go and join the alliance, and they'll actually give us 300 gold for this as well. So that's going to be quite nice. And hopefully it prevents us from ever losing this trade agreement. I'm not sure if them getting attacked and taken over would actually make a difference, but if it would, hopefully we can help protect them. Now, it looks like Athens has Venice, Baghdad, Constantinople, and Kiev under their control, and it doesn't look like any of them are buying flavorful ale still, so we're doing just about as well as we have been. That would have sucked if they actually did have a trade route for flavorful ale going, and we can't do it because there are enemies now, but no risk there. Now, hopping into this bandit camp, and there is still 5 of them, so hopefully we can at least take a couple of prisoners here. And if not, we should at least get a little bit of money out of this. I'm not even worrying about sending Canute to the back, because there's no way these guys are going to take him out. Nope. Oh, one of them seems to have survived. Yep, we captured 2. Go Got 125 gold, okay. And we'll attack this one last now. Okay, while Canute is still on campaign, we are at the trader, and we're going to sell this dagger. We are going to sell more flavorful ale. Actually, because we're in that alliance now, the market saturation is actually increased. So hopefully, it won't all get sold in the tavern there. But, still need that book. Is there anything here that would actually be useful? Alchemy lab. Alchemy lab would be very useful. But this is making us send a lot of money now. I would like that scaffolding as well, but that's not in the cards right now. We don't have enough flour. Hopefully there is some in the market. Can I click on it from here? Nope. Okay, well, we'll get the paper. This is using up a lot of money, though. A lot of money. We may have to sell a couple of spears. Just to help us out a little bit. Now, I could actually sell some of this coal. It's actually a very good price for coal. And it would help us out substantially. We don't need too much of it, because as you can see, we have plenty of steel. So, this won't hurt us on the weapon production, so we'll sell a little bit of it. And that is going to be it for the moment. Now, we'll put Emma, I guess, or maybe we should have Harold do it. Yeah, because Harold is now 15, so getting his intelligence up now would actually be a good idea. Okay, and here we are in the next bandit camp, and there is only 3 of them, so nothing really special here. I'll just rush right on in and take care of them real quick. Looks like the guys with the maces are actually lagging behind quite substantially. That's kind of funny. I don't know if that means that they are tired or what. Oh, yeah, he's actually not doing well at all. Okay, we should probably definitely get home. Luckily, we're already done with all of the camps we needed, except for this one over here, but it's got 14 people. So, we're going to need to go home, recoup, and maybe go out again tomorrow. With a sizable force, for sure, to take care of that. So just to sum things up, we did get 3 prisoners and only 250 gold. Definitely not as lucrative as I would have hoped. Now, another kind of interesting thing, I haven't seen anything about the Unholy Horde. I don't know if they're just gone already. I think they're supposed to last until, like, day 60. But these guys have already rebuilt. These guys are still not doing so well. But yeah, there's a pretty sizable kingdom right here, and I don't see anybody else getting attacked. So I'm not really sure exactly what's going on. Maybe we're just not getting notifications, though. Okay, so unfortunately for us, I can't find any more of our flavorful ale. And not only that, but we still had beer unchecked or checked on the tavern, so they weren't actually selling it. That explains why only flavorful ale was being bought. So that's a little unfortunate. Now, luckily, we do have some flavorful ale that's being produced here in our breweries, but only 4 right now because of the amount of herbs we don't have. But at least everybody will have beer tonight. Okay, now we are having some homelessness issues, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this dormitory now. Let these guys move. And we're going to place down a whole, because I didn't want to mess up the alignment, so I didn't want to build any over there until this dormitory was out of the way. So let's go ahead and now just build all the way down, and hopefully these do not take too long to get built. Okay, there's that, and we may even make an additional row right here. Let's see, doing that. Is that right? Okay, that's good. There we go. And that should be plenty of housing now, and then once all that gets built, we can get rid of these dormitories, and we will have nothing but peasant houses. Now here we are at the trader again, and we'll sell off all of our daggers. We'll sell 1 bow, and the coal is still at an increased price, but I want to keep the rest. And we'll buy 1 paper, and let's see. I don't want to buy any more flour if I can help it. I don't know why it's not. Why is it not being milled? Because there's no instructions, so it's just going slowly. Okay, well that's fine. Sell those flavorful ales, of course. And let's see. Probably nothing else. Yeah, well, maybe the scaffolding, but we don't really... I want to keep as much money now as we possibly can, just for the time being, so we'll just skip on that for the moment. Now, I apparently wasn't even paying attention because Norwich alliance actually fell through, and it apparently all joined into the York Kingdom. And they are not, for some reason, inviting us. I don't know what's up with that. So that's kind of annoying, actually. But it's okay, we got a free 300 gold for it, so I guess it's not really hurting us too badly. Now, I know I did say I wanted to buy herbs from the trader, but at the moment we don't actually really have enough money. I guess we could just do it anyways, because how else are we going to make money, right? So, let's go ahead and go back to the trader. There are 7 of them, that's only 86. Okay, we'll buy those, and we'll probably continue to buy them as well. And otherwise, we have 17 homeless, 2 unemployed. Okay, we'll just sell off these prisoners too then. We don't need to be dealing with unemployment. Okay, now it appears Norwich is actually being attacked by marauders. They are requesting assistance, of course. They don't have very much help on their own side. It does look like they are getting some reinforcements here from York, and it doesn't look like Lincoln, Canterbury, or London at this time is actually going to help them. So we're probably going to go ahead and do that. There are no more camps lying around anyways, but I don't want to send Canute to do anything because he's been gone a while, so the instructions are all outdated right now. He needs to deal with that, so I guess we'll be sending Zivka. We're not going to send these guys who have injuries, and hopefully we can get them some medical salves in time to survive. And we'll just send everybody. Well, maybe not everybody. We want to keep a few people around because of our crime. There are 4 cutthroats, so we'll keep behind around 6. I think that should be fine. And we will send all axes, and we'll send a crossbow, and we'll send just a couple of maces, I guess. Well, yeah, because marauders have armor, so we do want to send people who can deal with armor. And we'll just send that. And that is probably going to be it for this episode, so I did prioritize the mill, so it looks like they are producing some flour now. It's going pretty slowly, though. Hopefully Canute gets his way over there soon. It's actually... where is it? The mill? Oh, he already did the mill. Okay, he just did the mill. Okay, so that should make us, create the flour a little bit faster. We're also getting some more wood, so we may actually pretty soon be able to start creating our walls, which will actually make the city look a lot nicer, I think. And it looks like there are some herb bushes that they need to actually gather. Looks like they are working on that now. So hopefully that gets us a good amount of herbs back, and we're probably going to get rid of this rye field and replace it with rutabaga again pretty soon. Do we even have moonshine being created? I think because they're mostly focusing on the flavorful ale, even if they don't have the supplies like this one. It has 50 hops in there, but it can't actually create any flavorful ale. So we're gonna have to probably switch over to moonshine just to stack up a little bit of alcohol for them, but we'll deal with that in the next episode. So as always, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.